got hot Bitcoin action for you. October 28th, 2021, the morning of. Last video, this green bar here was like in the 58,800, 58,900, low 59,000s. And I called for this to push up, to make another push up towards the bottom of this parallel channel, this ascending channel, this bear flag structure, if you will. I called, it's not going to go all the way up to the channel. It's going to come a little short of the last one, which was at 61.5, give or take. I had a short order in 61.444. I called that out. It came up. The next one, when I made the video, I was looking for this. I had another little short order in to come up. I had it at 61.111. And look at that little wick right up to 61.326 area. Look at that. See how that's working? Let me zoom in a little bit. Zoom in. Let's get a good. There's another random line. That's fun. Okay, there we go. Let's get a better look at that. Show you what we're talking about. That's where we're at right now. For those of you following along, what's going to happen next? This is why I'm making this video. I'm expecting this. We got another daily candle. This one will close at 7 p.m. tonight, which is about 12 hours from now. This still has another 12 hours to play out. I'm actually expecting this to come down. I'm expecting this to come down and probably come down pretty hard. Let's reset this, get a look at the whole chart. Vertical lines are the CME Bitcoin futures expirations monthly on the CME market. What's going on is people are playing. I just say the composite man's playing the futures market, and then coming over here to the Bitcoin spot market, this market where the Bitcoin price is decided, and they're manipulating it, and it's the same structure month after month. A little different where it's green there, but it's still the same structure. It just happened a week early because of a little extra shenanigans on social media by big players. But there it is, right? It's dumping down. Down in the description, I have like my last dozen or so videos if you want to get familiar with what I'm talking about here. I have them in a playlist for you if you want to just rip right through them over the last 3 weeks or so. And so what I'm calling now, I'm dialed in. I'm dialed in, folks. When I get dialed in, it's lots of fun. Now I'm not doing this like a normal trader you might see on YouTube. So when I say I'm putting in a short order, I'm dollar cost averaging in, if you will, in a short order, and it's long term. I've had this open for over 2 months, so I'm not in and out. But right now, as dialed in as I am, last 48 hours or so, the information I'm giving out has been just basically spot perfect. And so I'm calling this to come down, and I'm looking in the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm looking for 55.5. I'm looking for this big green candle here. I was saying when it was down here at about 59, there's this little green guy when I made the last video. I was saying these big red cascading falls, they have a tendency to turn green, right? It closed here at 58.5, opened, it turned green, and it's coming up, right? Well, actually, it dipped down a little first, but then it turned green. They have a tendency, I've watched a lot of them to turn green, and they put in a big wick up here, and then they come back down and they turn red. And I'm expecting it to come down over the next 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, that area. It's not an exact science, but here's the closure date, October 29th, this red vertical line. I've been comparing it to back here in February. It's very similar. Lots of hype out there. This is the Tesla pump and dump. And there it is, right? And there's the second wick I was talking about. See how it comes up to the bottom of the channel there. Let's zoom in a touch. I'm trying to make this video short. And then see, boom, dumps all the way down, right? And then comes back up, boom, dump. So I'm still thinking, I mean, all these are basically like that, all these cascading dumps. No, so this could be totally over, right? This may have bottomed out. This may have bottomed out, 57.7. This may have bottomed out. That's not impossible, but I don't think so. I think it's coming down to 55.5, maybe 52.5. An outside chance it's down here. It's not exact science, right? See here at the end of September, it dumped and then kind of pumped up to it and then dumped. See how it's working. And then this one was a couple days before in January, and this one was a couple days after in February. And in March was actually basically right on it, right? the day before, but then that day on it actually pumped up. And here in April was 4 days before, so 3 days before. And then the big, huge dump here was a few days before, pumped back up a little bit, and then right down back on it, right? See all the way back down here. And then this one was 3 days before in June, and this one was actually like 8 days before. This was a little different. It had some help down here. This green one here, and then this was a 9% one in August, and as the day before, it bottomed out, and then September was 3 days before. So it can be before, it can be after, it can be on it. But anyways, all those times are coming up right now, so watch out. I'm expecting red. I'm expecting a bigger dump coming, folks. Now I could be wrong. Could be right. I'm dialed in, but the problem with me getting dialed in is eventually I'll be wrong. So just be careful. But this is good information, right? I'm doing all this without any, that technical analysis and indicators and stuff. This is all my own chartage, and I see it well. So lots of indicators and all that kind of stuff. They're wonderful, but you really don't need tons of stuff. If you got something that works, man, work it, right? And this is working. These ascending channels, I can draw about 5 or 6 in here, and there's many structures that would resemble it, but really nice ones. And there's actually some of them are so good. There's channels inside of channels. It's probably bot activity, computerized. All of them in between here, the 5 or 6 I would draw in, they all dump straight out of the bottom. I'll just have these 2 here highlighted because these are the ones that had enough hype to pump out the top and then come smashing back down through the bottom. So if this one continues to play out like this one, we're probably looking at another, let's see, 42.8, 47, maybe 5,000 dump. That one would say. And what was that? Let's see if we got some correlation. What's the word I'm looking for? Confluence. Let's see if we got some. Where would 5,000 be from the bottom of that channel? 66. So that would be 55. 55,000 here. This is where I have my white line, actually. So that's kind of interesting. If you're wondering how I draw these white lines in, you just look at this and watch it for long enough, and you can start to see where there's resistance and support. And that's basically what I've done here. There's probably a lot of confluence with what I'm saying. If you're watching the real technical analysis, the real technical indicators, the super technical stuff out there, I'm not watching it anymore. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. I learned and I got burned, right? I learned from a lot of the technical analysis out there, and then I got burned from the hype channels. So I just kind of been doing my own thing. So I guess that's it. I'm kind of rambling now. So watching this right here, highly likely in my opinion. Could be wrong. So what happens every time after this happens every month? First and second week in November. This is probably what you're looking at, right? Pumpage. No matter where it bottoms out, right? First, second week in November, pumpage. Say this is the bottom right here. It just bottoms out here. Pumpage, right? If it comes down here, pumpage. If it comes down here, pumpage, right? This is how it's playing. Just look at it, right? Just look at that. I hope you enjoy my little chart. I hope you're getting some use out of it. Information is good to have in all cases. So have a good day, and thanks for watching.